What's up, ladies? Happy Saturday. The Empress is back in the building, baby. What's up, girl? Woo! Man, Steady gonna bring us in today, my dude and my friend from Chicago, baby. He take me back to high school days.
Me and Sundance came here to turn it out. Are we doing it? Yes, without a doubt. So yo, go with the flow. If you know how to
go with the flow. What's up, Lorraine? What's up, Miss Berta? What's going on, ladies? Happy Saturday. Oh, this is good. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and an excellent weekend so far. I'm gonna wait till some more people get up in here. Thank you, Miss Verna. Honey, we gonna get some more people up in here. What's going on, Denise? What's up, Jill Life Play Zone, Izzy? All my ladies is up in here. All the names. Honey, this is Chicago shit right here. This back in high school in the 90s. What's up, Tanya? What's up, Tish? I hope everybody has had an excellent week. What's going on, Shauna? Honey, the baby's up in the building. They like, where this bitch been at? We got to find out what the business is. Honey, I was feeling under the weather. I had pulled a muscle, honey, in a growing area, and a bitch could not sit on this motherfucking bench to save her life. I was just laid out on the couch catching up on Chinese dramas, and I pulled it working on the house. I told you I'm getting a lot of work done right now. So I was on a ladder, and there was a piece of plastic that blew underneath the ladder, and then as I was coming down, honey, the leg was on the ladder, and the other was on the plastic, and honey, they went their separate ways. Girl ain't spread her legs like that in a long time. So I have pulled a bad muscle in my leg, honey, and could not sit down, could not rest. And it is hard, very hard trying to be funny when you are in pain. So I am at 90% now, so I am good. I had to do a lot of Epsom salt baths. So I have gotten up to 800 and I think right around 25 subscribers. So I am so excited. We are getting up there to that 1,000 mark. I'm gonna have to do something sweet for all of my maymays that are finding us. What's up, K-Drama? What's going on? We get some new maymays up here, honey. They are finding their little tribe over here with me because a lot of us are lost out here in the SARS by ourselves watching these dramas, and with all this Asian versus other people type hate shit, honey, they would be surprised how many things that we have in common. They would be surprised if they could sit down with me and we would talk about the latest dramas going on in their country. We would have a ball. We found some newfound friends, honey. Okay. So anyway, I wanted you all to thank you so much for thumbs upping all of the other videos and going back and watching some of them. We have found some more maymays with that. And I also want you all to thumbs up this video so we can find some more girls. And if you guys love Chinese dramas the way I love Chinese dramas, please feel free to come over to Discord and hang out with all the other maymays. We welcome you. We not no shady bitches at all. Ain't none of us shady over there. We are from all around the world, and we absolutely love talking about Chinese dramas. So don't be ashamed. Don't be over there talking, I'm just going to look at the thread. Girl, come in there and talk to us, honey. We talk about everything underneath the sun, all kind of stuff. And then on Wednesdays, I have Empress Circle where I'm actually there and we all get together and we talk on the phone like we good girlfriends, honey. Okay? It's like, so I can't believe I missed this. I can't believe you missed it on Wednesday either. You be at work or either driving, Lorraine. Listen, our crazy answers on there. It says, thank you so much, Athena. I appreciate it, honey. I got so much shit in my goddamn closet, y'all. Y'all give me a reason to go in my closet every Saturday and play around, honey, the way I used to when I would go to work, okay? Oh, man. So today, what you all came here for, we are going to talk about the Long Ballad, honey, episodes 14 through 24, and, honey, the Court Lady. On the Long Ballad, all I have to say is that they are doing some acting for your ass, honey. Mr. Leo Wu and Miss Del Reba are doing it. They took me to some places, honey, where I was sitting up here shedding tears. All right. And I think getting sat down for a couple of days really let me see what these actors can do. As even the girl that I told you I can't stand because every time I turn around, she's in a new drama. This girl hit me. She won me back as a fan, y'all. She really did. And she's a good actress, but she's always in quirky, silly stuff, and you get tired of seeing her in that role. Well, honey, when they did her as kind of like the timid, somewhat sheltered, princess, I was like, how stupid is she? But baby, this girl brought it home. She is letting us walk her through her timid phase to her more smart phase. And she is showing the levels and her levels of dynamics as an actress. And I am here for it and I am loving it. She has won me back. She definitely has. Yes, Zoluzi. Yeah, her. I am and I am very impressed at her different aesthetics of acting right now. And Leo is just I'm trying not to be a cougar right here because we don't all watch this boy grow up, okay? We don't watch him grow up on screen from Nirvana in Fire as a little boy all the way up to this point. But honey, Mr. Wu is giving body up in this damn show and sexiness. He really is. I'm sorry. That boy's acting is off the chain. Is off the chain. Honey, there's so many parts in there where you saw that he was so in love with Miss Del Reva and how she just broke his heart. And that bitch broke my heart for him. Okay? She broke my heart for him. All right? Uh, where we are right now is when she lost the little boy and the governor had to die in order to save the people of this particular town that they were in, okay, city that they were in. And when that little boy died, that just touched my heart. He's like, I got to be a general. Let me be a general. I was just crying all over the goddamn place. Okay? I was crying all over the place. And what people need to understand, and I think what Dariba Chingy was not understanding in this is that even though she was friends with Mr. Wu, okay, Asan, she needed to understand that he was standing in a very difficult space. He is in charge of a troop. And even though that's his friend, her friend, he just can't go against his people like that unless his ass will get killed too. Okay? I mean, it was parts of her that she just quite couldn't understand certain things, and he understood where she was coming from, but I didn't think she understood his level of leadership in many parts that he had to face if by doing things that way. But I did love how they had each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, indirectly catching each other before each other fell in their schemes that they were doing. It says now Mr. Wu he wanted to be the general. Yeah, exactly. It says she was gone. Yeah, she's gone Taltos now. But at the end of the day, that situation was really it was very emotional. Anybody watching that was emotional. And even when he had to shoot her with the arrow, that was very emotional for him. When she gets taken to his group, baby, and then the little mama is revealed who Asan's mama is, and that they're trying to help, and then the king's wife, who and he has a sad piece, baby. That part got me. It got me because the brother, his half brother, okay, is got this competition going on with him trying to be, in daddy's face. And daddy is taking advantage of the fact that there's strife between them two with his punk ass. The Khan is taking advantage. Anytime that Asan does something great, he rubs it in his son's face. And then his son is steady trying to do things to get back at Asan. And I mean, he's fucked up with it. He's so fucked up with it. I'm like, bro, Asan, it's one thing to love a motherfucker. It's another thing, you know what? We don't have to kill this motherfucker because he's doing some shit. And the shit that he did with that man's mother was terrible. It was really terrible. He was just taking it too far. Even when he had Chingy tied up Miss Del Reba tied up to the pole, shooting fucking apples off, shooting apples on her fucking head. Oh, baby. I would have poisoned that motherfucker as soon as I got a chance. Okay. At the end of the day, that situation with Diary, she survived that. But when he took it to the next level of fucking with dude's mama, and then the mama was like, don't bow to him. She's like, I'll be damned. She said, I killed myself for you bow to this raggedy motherfucker, this silly motherfucker right here. And that's exactly what happened. But it took him going to that level for him to understand the foolishness in which he was doing. Because when Hassan got him by that lake bank, and he just basically let him have it. He was like, you sit up here having competition with me, but you don't understand, this seat that I sit in ain't motherfucking comfortable. It ain't comfortable. It's a lot of responsibility goes with this shit. I'm responsible for defending our nation, you silly motherfucker. Now, while you thinking about being in competition with me, you think about that if I fuck up, everybody is going to be at risk. And finally, it got through his head that he's playing games with everybody's fucking life by going into competition with him. And a lot of people have that issue, even in their families, when you got a brother or sister, aunt or uncle that's steady coming at you. And it's like, you don't understand why. Do you understand that if I fuck up here, this is fucking up everybody, the whole church's money up in this motherfucker? Why you hating? Okay? You understand? And a lot of people don't get that dynamic. And luckily, this boy is finally getting the memo that I need to fucking chill, but it took Hassan's mother to die for him to get that moment. Okay? And that was a powerful moment. Oh my God. When that woman went down, that boy's acting went to 10. I don't know if y'all was there. I was crying my ass off. Okay? I was fucking through. I was like, look, you would have thought this shit was happening for real. The way that boy's eyes opened up, girl, that was a rough episode. All I have to say is, baby, these actors brought it home on some of these episodes. The emotion was there. That the audience felt every moment of it. Like I said, I'm a cold-hearted bitch. It takes a lot to make me cry. But baby, they had me crying a couple of times in this particular drama. That boy, that honey, awesome. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hands off. If they don't get awards coming up this year for the long ballot, it's something wrong with China, because they did the damn thing. Okay, it is very clear this is going to be Miss Del Reba's year, y'all. Just like Ye Ming reigned queen in 2008, 2019, Miss Del Reba is reigning queen this year. This is her year. She has got her and possibly Van Zandt. They probably are going to do exceedingly well this year. They've been on ice for a while, ever since Love Eternal and A Love of a Dream. So I have a funny feeling this is their year for winning some awards. And moving on into the story now, we've got Chin Chin. She done went and Chingy. I call her Chingy. I call her Miss Del Reba done went towel toast now. And she needed to. She needed to go in there and find herself. She had a lot of anger going on. And I think a lot of people need to do that. They need to find themselves so they can find out what makes them move the way that they move. Okay. And some things you don't need to interfere with. You really don't. Some things work themselves out. I always tell people some things have a way of working themselves out. Sometimes you have to step back and let things do such. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking at the fact that another character that had me going, is the Tal Toast that wanted to make her his apprentice. He turned me on from his entrance, baby. He made a hell of an entrance. I love a motherfucker that come to the door whooping ass. Okay? He whooped ass. He killed every motherfucking body in less than 2 minutes. And then one dude on the horse, when he tried to do the arrow thing in the back while he was walking away with Miss Del Reba, he hit that motherfucking arrow like, bitch, I'm letting you live. Don't keep pushing the point your ass will go home without a leg. Now, stop. I'm telling you. Honey, the Tal Toast guy, he could get it. He could totally get it. He made a hell of a motherfucking entrance. He had me one over then. I was like, fuck a son. Girl, I'll be a terror, I'll be cheating all over the goddamn place. I'm like, fuck a side. You want me to go around with you? Anyway, I loved him, and she got there. She got a chance to deal with the guilt. I mean, there's a lot of guilt that goes with the things and the choices that she made. The little boy dying, the governor dying, all of these things, even though they did make their own choices, she had a lot to do with that. Okay. So it's nice to see that they're showing growth in all the characters, even with the little young lady that was very timid and stuff like that. Her growth level has been humongous, and her part with the little boy dying was very powerful too. Not as powerful as Hassan and his mom, and as Dalreba and the little boy on the battlefield, but her part was really, really good with the little boy that she was carrying on her back, and he died halfway there. Okay, so far, Hassan is looking for her now. That's where I left off, and he is on her heels. At some point, they're gonna run into each other. They kill me because I'm anxious as hell for him to find her too. But you know, when he find her, she gonna say something stupid. She gonna say something stupid, try to play it all hard to get. She ain't gonna run into this motherfucker and be like, "I miss you" and all that shit. We all know she ain't gonna do the common sense shit. She got to do the "Why are you here?" Silly shit. So get ready, okay? So that's as far as I got with Long Ballad. So far, I have enjoyed this drama a whole lot, y'all. I am having a great time watching this. The other drama that I have been watching is The Court Lady. Honey, this damn drama started off crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Girl trying to get married. People gonna sit up there and say that she ain't even a real girl. Then they gonna check the girl outside of the area where she gonna get wet. They gonna go and check up underneath her dress to make sure she. Ooh, all I gotta say is that was humiliating as hell. And then expected her to go marry a motherfucker. And now y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass after this. She tried the head bashing thing. She gonna find a wall and try to run into the wall. Oh, that got me. That got I'm like, don't try to find a head bashing thing now. You know what I'm saying? But she had her own share of assholes in her house. You know that auntie that it's always motherfuckers that's trying to steal and want your spot, but don't want the problems that go with it. They never want the problems that go with it. They want your spot, but they don't want the problems that go with it. Tell you how motherfuckers be hating because they just can't be you. And then when they get to be you, they upset because it ain't like they thought it was. Okay. But this girl is very smart, very crafty. I am excited to watch her because she took a hell of an ass whooping inside Royal Novana, and it let me know this girl is a damn good actress. And I wanted to see what she was gonna do. Now they got my boy to play this side of Legends in this, and he's being kind of silly as hell in this, and I am not liking it because I know he could be a damn good serious actor, especially after the movie he did with Mark Chow inside of Eternity Dream in the Yin Yang Master, one of the parts of the Yin Yang Master. So I know he could be a very, very serious actor, and they got him being so fucking silly in this that it's almost like, bruh, okay, I don't understand why they wrote it that way, but I know that they're writing this and they're going to mature into their characters and stuff like that. But him coming off of a couple of serious movies, I was really anxious to see him do something like similar on the same level as he was inside of Legends, because I absolutely adored him in Legends. Loved him in Legends. And with this young lady from Royal Novana, I was like, that's a good combo. But she's holding her own. And I'm going to be honest with you, on an acting tip, she is holding everything. I don't know if you all feel the same way, but it is her acting that is holding it, and the different challenges that she's running into trying to be with him. It says he's a bit he says, now I am a bit hell I don't y'all silly. I heard Legends had a sad ending. No, it actually didn't have a sad ending, Athena. It says, yes, that lady can act. I agree, Brenda. What's up, girl? He says, wasn't he in Yossi? Yes, he was in Yossi Palace as well as the guard, and that's what I'm talking about. I know his level of dynamics as far as acting is concerned, and they got him being super silly up in here. I understand you're a playboy, but all playboys is not silly. You understand? And Legends is really good. I love that show from beginning to end. That's when I started loving the lead actress as an actress because she mean as hell like me. But they had that bitch makeup on point. Her hair was on point. Everything about her was on point. I absolutely love both of them inside of Legends, and that's why I'm saying I'm very much so interested in what is going to happen inside of Court Lady, and that's the reason why I'm watching this. Because when I saw her in it, I'm like, oh, this girl can act her ass off, and so can he. So we're gonna see where this goes. But they had some parts in here, honey, where these bitches is just doing the most, as always, as these royals do. Okay, got her. You know, this girl's so smart, and it's like, girl, I really at times I wish she could just say, honey, I grew up in a house with worse bitches than you hoes. I got y'all. Because basically, that's what's happening. She went from one house of fucked up bitches to a bigger house of fucked up bitches, but she can roll with the punches. She really can. It says he's fine with that blue. He is fine with that blue as lace. It's not the lace front is blue. It's his mark on his face is blue. It says, did you say it was sad? It says, no, it wasn't sad. It wasn't sad at all. It has moments, but it's very good. I was in love with him after Legends. After Legends, I was totally in love with that brother. But he has just been in so many different shows where he can be silly at, and it throws you off a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because his aesthetic can stay in serious roles where he is super in love and stuff like that. Because inside of Legends, he really does do that thing that Mark Chow and Ken Chun do, and that is they know how to be in love with somebody. So I'm hoping we get the same out of Court Lady. Just finished the Palace of Devotion. It was good. Girl, I couldn't stay with that. Some stuff I fell off of. Just like Word of Honor. I got to go back to Word of Honor because I really want to see what happens to my boy Master Win. But they YouTube is fucking up, and these people who are doing these subs are fucking up a lot of shows that could be really, really good. And that's because they're taking too long putting them up, and they're taking too long subbing, you know what I'm saying, subbing the titles. And it just takes a while, and then you lose interest, you find something else to watch, and that becomes that becomes my thing. I can't sit around and wait, keep going back, and it ain't nothing been put up. And after a while, I'm just gonna skip on to something else. And that was the same thing with Palace of Devotion. Palace of Devotion lost its thrill for me because I got pissed off at the king throwing around his wing all over the place. I mean, this girl is going through serious shit. I mean, I understand he's the king and he's supposed to be so in love with this girl, brought this girl into all this bullshit, and he's still laying up with other bitches. I was like, girl, really? You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I just couldn't get into it. And I didn't want to be mad. You know what I'm saying? And whether the suburbs lose interest or not, they should really think about the other fans that may like this too. What's up, the Natalie? What's going on? Thank you so much. So those are the ones that I have been watching. I started watching, I think it's called Ning Ching or something like that. Girl, the wigs in there had me so damn, you know, they were distracted as hell. Girl, I don't know who the hell is the stylist in this particular drama that just came out a couple of days ago. But honey, they got an affinity for the 80s and Elvis hair. Everybody got a pompadour in the front of their fucking wig. And the wigs are so damn stiff. Ain't no body in them, girl. I'm sitting up here like they have had to use at least 5 boxes of hairspray because these wigs are stiff and they are not moving at all. Now, Valencio, honey, ooh, they killed my baby's mama. Y'all know he finna go to work. He finna go to work. He finna go to work and fuck some hoes up. And right now, today is when they're bringing up a new episode. So you know your girl finna go in here and watch her baby. I'm gonna watch him, honey. I mean, I Miss Shirley, the starch and Nin Chin is just. I'm telling you, the wigs are so fucking distracting. They're distracting you from the drama. Ask yourself, what the fuck wrong with their hair? All their hair. Okay, it's a fat dude that was in there. Was like, you got. I mean, you can't have hair so distracting to a viewer that it's just the eyes just keep going back to the hair. You understand? Oh my goodness. It says Shot of the Palace of Devotion episode 1. Yeah, I know that baby stabbing shit. I knew it was gonna be deep. All the shit, all of these dramas are usually pretty deep. Hold on 1 second, yeah. I think somebody's at my door. 1 second. Oh, it's okay. We got kids in the backyard. Okay. Somebody's in my backyard. All right. Anyway, at the end of the day, honey, I am loving those particular dramas that I am watching. Ratchet, I haven't gotten back to it. I have been poking myself to eventually get back to it. Says costume so bad, Miss Shirley, that it makes disco fever looking. They were bad. I ain't gonna sit up here and laugh. Rather you have not laughed. The costumes were fucked up. And I just sit over here like, I don't think this is gonna be a drama I can watch. I literally watched maybe 2 episodes of it. It was like the hair is too distracting. Some of these characters are too fucking stupid. And I was just like, no. It says maybe Chinese honey. No, I know Chinese people coming around here, girl. Ain't none of them that on TV looking like the ones that I've seen around here. No. They got them motherfuckers back that's around here. It says, it's okay. So at the end of the day, y'all, I have been having an excellent time. On to other things, which is news. I am very glad that we did not have to worry about our entire country going up in smoke because they did the right thing, and I know they were going to do the right thing because of the fact that this country's hanging on by a thread, and they did not want this place to be torn up. And right now, we're trying to get things back on track. So they went on ahead and let dude take that L. Even though that case, I looked at the case and listened to the defense's case, and it was weak as hell and it was stupid. And the prosecution did a damn good job of shooting down the defense's case. So they did a good job. But the reality is that they did that so they would still have a country. We know if this was a normal day and it was no pandemic, we already know what would have happened. Okay. So they're not doing us any favors because from what I've seen in a lot of the articles, and you go down to the comments, the racists are still alive and kicking, and they are even more ignorant right now. So you all be careful where you're going and be careful of your surroundings because they are getting a little bit stupid and they don't care. This is what do you think about the 16-year-old girl shooting? On that one, I got a chance to see the video, and I'm gonna be honest with you. All officers are taught to shoot a person without killing them. I think he could have, if anything, he could have tased her. He didn't have to go deadly. But in a situation where you have a person that's attacking someone with a weapon and it's in front of you, ask yourself, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? There's a knife there. So, ask yourself. She ran at the girl with a knife. I'm the officer. I have my gun out. I might not shoot her 4 times, but I'm definitely going to shoot the bitch in the foot or something. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily 4 times. You know what I mean? But that's something. But think about if you're the victim. If you're the person that's getting come at with the knife. You know what I'm saying? Indirectly, that officer did save her life, but he saved her life and killed somebody else. So at the end of the day, that's my concern too, Athena, is that law enforcement you still got your assholes on law enforcement, and they're not going to show up to your 911 calls this summer. And you already know in the wintertime, these motherfuckers was losing their mind. So when the summer hits and that hot weather and people start acting a weird, and you know they act weird when ain't no pandemic, when the weather really kicks up and these motherfuckers start acting a fool and doing the most, they're not gonna show up. That's gonna be your thank you for a cop going to jail. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna show up. They're gonna let you die in whatever situation that you're in. Be ready for that. It says that one you can't be so biased because they have another tactic to disarm her. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have shot the girl 4 times. I would have tased her. You know what I'm saying? I would have possibly shot her in the leg because that. Let me tell you something. A bullet in your body anywhere is gonna take the fight out your ass. She would be alive to tell the story, but she definitely would be alive enough to go to jail for attempted murder. You understand? But a lot of people in the heat of the moment, just go. They just lose it. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, many of us, you got to understand, I wanted to become a homicide detective. So I wanted to become the police. So I do understand their point of view from a lot of things. I've seen people try to deal with folks the right way, and these motherfuckers are crazy. I told you I couldn't have been a cop because I would have been a shot somebody and been on TV and I would be in fucking jail. And I'll be sitting there, yeah, I killed that motherfucker. Sure did. Wouldn't hesitate to do it again. There's a lot of things. If you go out, you know, you can go on ride-alongs with cops and see the shit they deal with. And you will be surprised at some of the shit they deal with. It's not an easy job at all. That's the reason why I went into the area where the think tank is. I didn't want to go into the area where I got to deal with crazy motherfuckers because I know my temper. I'm going to shoot the shit at you. It's going to be the end of it. It says, depending on where you shot her, you still could have killed her with one shot. Look, it's going to happen, but it's one shot. One. Okay? If you could have shot her in the leg in a non-vital area on the body, and she would have lived to be able to go to jail for attempted murder because you did that in front of police officers. You tried to kill somebody in front of police officers. That's attempted murder with intent. You intended on doing that. It says, that says definitely would not be like Smith and no. That's what I'm saying. For me, it's just one of those things. It says you would have scared the pee out of me. I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't go along with excessive things. You know, just like the lady who sat up there and shot the boy talking about taser, and bitch, you got a gun. Let me tell you something about that situation. We finna get into this one. There's a grand difference. That's like holding a bowling ball and a feather. Okay? How the fuck am I gonna hold a bowling ball talking about it's a feather? I know a difference between a weight and a gun. You pick up any gun. I don't care. There are no guns that are made so light that it feels like a taser, baby. Nowhere. Okay, you talking to a woman who got a 357. I got a bitch. That's an actual pistol grip shotgun. Okay, and a Glock. There's a total, and all of them got weight to it. And I know what the fuck a taser feels like. Okay, taser damn near feels like the same level of a what do you call that shit? Pepper spray. How the fuck you gonna yell out taser? You got a heavy ass gun in your hand. And this is not the first time she's done that, babies. In 2019, she did the same thing to an autistic man. Yelled taser, and shot his ass with a gun. You've been on the job for 25 years and you don't know the difference when you got a taser and a gun in your hand. You don't need the job. And then they want to say, well, she made a mistake. See, that's where it flies in the face of all women who are in law enforcement. You mean to tell me you don't know the difference between your gun and a fucking taser? And you made a mistake, not once, but twice, with 2 different people. You got away with it the first time, clearly, because your ass still got a job. This time, you couldn't get away with it, because even in this video, if you notice, which has been doctored, because you didn't even hear the gun go off in the video that they released to the public, which I thought that was like, these motherfuckers are really playing games with media. They are really playing games with the American people. That the black guy turned around and said, you did what? You know what I'm saying? She's like, I shot her. Bitch, did you see the look on the officer's face? Like, what the fuck you do that for? You understand? Seen the video of a white man showing a knife in the face of a cop, and they didn't do nothing. Yes, they really do talk to them. I've seen it. I've seen it. They talk to them. I'm like, anybody else would be done got their asses handed to them. They are taught to be, and I know they're taught to be this way because they try to do that even to the black people that are on the force too, to look at everybody else as a fucking threat. Everybody, even as a cop. I got cop friends. They look at me weird. They when we were friends, it was different, and when they became cops, they have a whole nother demeanor in looking at civilians. Okay, so it's inside of their culture as a whole, and with black people, it really is something that they don't realize. They don't know how to talk to somebody. Did you see the one with the deaf lady that got handcuffed? Talking about put your hands behind your back. That's how the fuck she communicates with her hands. What the fuck is you talking about? It's just like stupid shit. Kids is out there screaming, she's deaf. How the hell she gonna communicate with me when she can't talk? Just silly shit like that just gets to me. It just bothers me. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got people that's just gonna do the most, shoot them up, fucking drive off. It's just a lot in that job itself. I feel for both sides, but like I told y'all, the payback, if they keep on going as far as they're going with this on certain situations, and they don't root out these bad cops. That's the problem. They will not root out these cops that's been doing this shit for a long time and get rid of them and say, hey, you know what? You go out here and do some fucked up shit on these streets, you going down, bro. We're not gonna cover you for that shit. That's the only way this shit is gonna stop, when you start making people actually pay for the shit that they're doing. Okay? That's the only way it's gonna work. Only way it's gonna work is that the crazy shit that they think they can get away with and lie about, they get caught and they go to fucking jail. Now they got the guy who did the thing to Chauvin on what do you call that, suicide watch. He can kill himself. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. There was no way, no police, no law court in the world was going to let him off of that. There was no way they could defend it. Everybody in the world saw it. They saw you nonchalantly kill somebody on tape with people asking you to stop doing whatever you're doing. You can't defend that. I told y'all a long time ago, there's no way that they can defend that shit. Now they're trying to keep people, their cities, from going crazy and losing their minds. But at the same time, there are justifiable shootings. Some shootings are justifiable. If a motherfucker's coming at you with a motherfucking knife or coming at you, shooting at you, you need to let that motherfucker ride. Okay, it's your life versus theirs. But they try to make too many things in that same vicinity, and it's not cutting the mustard. I'm sorry. It's not. It says those cops who handcuffed the deaf lady should be, yes, they should be fired. If a person tells you, and you can clearly hear, this is how she talks, you don't understand it, get an officer there that knows sign language. Whatever she was doing was not that bad that she had to be done like that. Past the initial release, he died of a heart attack while in custody. Okay, you understand? A lot of things. Who died of a heart attack? It said the initial press release was, yeah, he died of a heart attack while in custody. That's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. They're lying, and they got caught. And the only thing is that if you think he's gonna get a long time in prison, think again. But what's gonna happen is that somebody gonna pay enough money that's gonna sit up there and say, just leave the gate open. Because you know everybody in jail watch that shit too. You understand? Now he's sick. But think about how many people he may have sent to jail who didn't deserve to go to jail. See, we live in a different time now, y'all. I told y'all. 400 years is up. A certain group of people ain't cursed no more. I'm gonna leave that right there. It says it wasn't for the people in the video. It would, yeah, they would have got away with it. And then the thing about it is that he had a history with this particular officer, with Chavez. Both of them worked inside of a strip club. So he had an issue. And I guarantee you the whole story was this. That white man was like, I got these little cadets with me, these newbies, and I'm finna sit up here and flex and show them how we do things on the street in my jurisdiction. This is how I get down. And the shit went left. And those same newbies go to court next month that helped with that. Okay? See, they ain't off the hook either. He wanted to flex in front of the new hires, and the shit went bad. It said a few years ago, it says if it wasn't for people, he would have gotten away with it. That is true. All of them, they all would have gotten away with it. But at the end of the day, we're in an area where the media where alternative media is like taking news quicker than the news can get it and shake it up and flip it and do all kind of crazy shit to it before you see it. That's the reason why on a lot of YouTube channels, they're trying to cut a lot of those people out, because they're the ones throwing up the, look, the TV is telling you one thing, but this is what's really going on. And all this other stuff. It's just like with this so-called, with the pandemic and their, I ain't gonna say their medicine to fix it. They want to sit up here and lie and tell me if I'm right, Brenda. And AstraZeneca was banned in other countries, and they still want to open this shit up over here, and Johnson & Johnson. And no, they goddamn well this shit is giving people blood clots and rare blood clot disorders. But they still want you to go take the shot, bitch. Look, I said here like. Someone literally said that AstraZeneca was killing more people than the AstraZeneca vaccine was killing more people than COVID itself. And I'm supposed to run out and take that shit? But they want to cut your YouTube and your channel if you're big enough to be seen with enough people. So if you're saying anything, you understand what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They want to shut people up who have any kind of truth or common sense that they're speaking to people up. And it's just really sad. It's really sad. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is you took Moderna and your sons took Pfizer. And I hope you guys are okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, this is what I was trying to tell people when I was in the hospital with my mother and the doctors. They was like, well, she's not responding to this, so y'all throw your hands up and say, let the bitch die. I said, everybody is not a one-size-fit-all for medicine or health care. My fingerprints are way different than your fingerprints. So how the hell you think one medicine is going to work for every fucking body? And everybody's going to have the same reaction to it. You might be able to take penicillin, but penicillin might make my motherfucking throat swell up and damn near kill me. Okay? It's not for everybody. And it's still in a testing situation. So by it not really being FDA approved, it's only approved for emergency use. It's still in its trial. So indirectly, you're still being, you're actually, when they make you sign those papers when you take the shot, you're saying, okay, I agree to be a part of the study. Period. And what happens to you happens to you. If you're okay, you're okay. And if you're not, you're not. And you can't sue us if something happens to you. That's what happens when you're a part of a study. Okay? So whatever is going to happen in the future, however it may affect anybody, they don't give a fuck. All they want to do is get back to making money. You understand? And a lot of people have, my neighbor down the street, he has pre-existing conditions. He went and took Pfizer. Can't get out the bed at all. Been in the bed for a week now. I said, why did they let you take that? If you have pre-existing conditions, they usually tell you, do not take this. He went to Walmart and got it. What the fuck does Walmart know about your health conditions? Why didn't you go to the hospital? Why didn't you go to your doctor where they got your chart and know what's going on with you? It says for a fake $20 bill, a person gets kicked. Yeah, $2 orange juice, Korean shop litter. Yeah, Trigger's right. It's a lot going on, Miss Shirley. It's a lot going on. And at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, whatever you feel is best for your health. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I just want the actual powers that be to be very honest with people. I mean, extremely just downright dastardly honest, and then let you make the decision. And don't feed it to you like, oh, you're helping your neighbor if you do this. Because now they're talking about there's breakthrough COVID. So in other words, if I take this motherfucking shot, it don't stop me from getting this shit. You understand? So you have to still be careful regardless. You have to still be careful regardless. So at the end of the day, if you have taken it, please watch yourselves and watch yourselves in the coming weeks. Because some people don't have any reactions right away, but they have them later on. So that's my only issue with that. You know what I'm saying? And if you do have pre-existing conditions, please stay away from that shit. Don't try it, because that man had diabetes and now he's been in the bed, can't move for 5 fucking days. So hopefully he will be all right, because that's one of the only people on this block that I absolutely adore and like, because he actually helps me with his neighborhood as far as, keeping things up and mowing down the vacant lots and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's up to everybody to do what they need to do. But don't feed so much into what they're saying to you on TV that you don't forget that they are being controlled into what to say. Because I'm sitting here watching them trying to basically say that people who are not vaccinated are the ones infecting vaccinated people, which is not true. Campaigns are blaming the surge on those who don't want. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the new campaign now. Now you're going to say, because I don't want to get this, I'm the one giving it to you, but I go to the doctor and I'm negative. You go to the doctor, you positive. What the fuck happened there? People don't want you to think for yourself, and that's a part of the problem. They want everybody to go with the herd. And people like me who have always walked my own path, you can tell by the way I dress, I do my own motherfucking thing. You're not going to tell me shit. And when it comes down to my body and what I put into it, that's on me. That's on me. I'm not going to, if I know I have a pre-existing condition, I'm not going to fuck with that shit. I got enough shit wrong with me that I don't need no extra shit wrong. I mean, hell, half the messaging on TV when they sit up here and tell you, oh, you can take this if you are depressed, but you're going to have wild bow. You ain't going to be throwing up. You might be cock-eyed before the day is out after taking this shit. You're going to have crazy-ass fucking dreams. Why would I want all of that? I'm just depressed. I'm just depressed listening to all the shit that's going to happen to me. A lot of shit is just crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ask for all of that shit. You got 13 things that could go wrong for me. All so I won't be depressed. And those 13 things gonna make me depressed as fuck if they happen to me. It's like they don't want you to think. So now you got Facebook literally search censoring people. You got YouTube censoring people. You got all these people, and then you definitely got mainstream just sitting up here just doing the pom-poms all together. And meanwhile, you sitting at home, well, what should I do? Why they scare the hell out you on national TV? And they know people are not talking to one another because everybody's locked up in their homes and things like that. And then you've got all these other things happening. Half of y'all don't know of the weather and shit that other countries have been going through right now, unless you're watching it for it. Other countries are getting their ass whooped with weather issues with this climate change shit. People got snow in April. Now, there used to be a song by Prince, sometimes it snows in April. That used to be a rarity. Now it's becoming a thing. You got all the southern states getting their ass whooped with weather. You got Indonesia getting fucked up. China had another big ass dust storm that left them fucked up. What is that? The desert, it's no longer desert, y'all. It's actually got rivers flowing through it now. Okay, it's some real shit going on in this planet. Real shit. If you watch Legend of Feo, when all of the queens or where they were all trying to get together to save all these different kingdoms and shit like that, and they needed this thing to get back together so the earth wouldn't fall apart. And that was the whole reason why Feo and the other guy was coming together to stop her from being this mean, evil person. Well, the part of the world falling apart, yeah, we got that going on, and ain't no Feos and princes to come and fix the shit and take their rightful spots just yet. And a lot of people are not paying attention to this shit. You need to start literally looking through YouTube and looking at the weather channels of other places and seeing, just because it ain't happening in America does not mean it's not going to happen, because the shit is working its way around down inside of the Caribbean where the volcanoes going off. These volcanoes are popping off like somebody's detonating them. Yeah, Wooji. You understand? They're popping off like somebody's detonating them. And it's crazy how basically the what is that? The Caribbean area where they call it Mount it's actually in English called Mount Suffer. A lot of slaves were brought there to that particular island, and they suffered a whole lot. Okay, but now the island is completely evacuated because of the fact that it's full of soot and ash, and it's all in the gutters. You can't live there. The water's fucked up. You can't live. Yeah, St. Vincent. You can't live there. They may not ever be able to return back there. There's plenty of places all around that have volcanoes in it, and we don't know when the next one's going off, because for a while it was one after another, one in Iceland, one in another place, one in another place, one in another place. We don't know exactly what's going on right now with the earth, and they're not telling you, and they're not going to tell you until it's too late. They'll tell you when you ask. Well, if we tell them, where the fuck they gonna run to? So you might as well let them be in their mindless bliss and let their destruction come upon them by surprise. They're not gonna tell you when some real shit go down. Ain't nowhere to run. People like, oh, go to Africa. For what? When this shit go down, it's gonna go down. Ain't nowhere you're gonna be able to run. There is no safe places. If this world wants to flip and do its thing and sink a couple of continents, what the fuck can you honestly do with Mother Nature other than standing and holler and scream and say, Lord, help me? That's it. That's all you can fucking do. You gonna tell a tornado, go back where you came from? No, that's not gonna work. Okay? So as far as news is concerned, I'm glad that somebody with some sense told dude that he needed to go ahead and take this L if he's gonna get his ass ran through like a goddamn train in the jail and get gutted like a fish. Oh well, motherfucker, you should have thought about that shit. But we not trying to have the whole entire United States go up and people tear this motherfucker up. We not trying to have all of this protesting in the streets. We not trying to do all of that. Now you had I think another parade or something that got shut down with the racists having a White Lives Matter moment. I swear this country is crazy. It says a few years. I understand it had a volcano that erupted. Now I'm not talking about years, girl. We done had about 6 eruptions so far, all in the ring of fire, all in the same vicinity in the last month of March and inside of April, honey. We've had a lot of earth changes going on, and people are not aware because no one is watching. Y'all watching crazy shit. Y'all watching TikTok and fucking Instagram. Y'all not watching the real shit that's happening around you. And then the other thing, I don't know if you're paying attention to some of the shit that's around your house. There are new plants. The plants are doing something totally different. This is the second year my bush in the front has flowered. Now my mom's been living in this place for 30 years. I've never seen this bush flower. Okay, and I've lived here for a few years in my 20s and never saw that bush flower. It flowered 2 years in a row. And then the tree out front, it budded red. It's like it's It's going backwards as if the fall colors are coming in through the spring. Never seen that happen, ever. But see, I pay attention to nature because I like flowers and I like gardens. So certain things tell you that there's always a rule. What happens to the trees? What happened to us? For the last, what, since 2000, I'd say 2011, the trees have had disease on them. All of them, like in all different places, total disease on them. And now all of a sudden they're coming in different this year. They're coming in different. But for the last good 7 years, these trees have been diseased. Now they're actually cleaning themselves out, but they're coming back different. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna post some of my stuff right now. But I've asked my flowers not to bloom just yet because I'm getting ready to get a new fence in the back, privacy fence in the back. So I'm asking them to kind of calm down, and actually they are calming down. So I'm waiting for a little while for them to. I actually communicate with my damn flowers, and they communicate back, and it's crazy how it is. But my daughter was like, "This is the wildest shit I've ever seen." I said, "I know," but they actually are strange little beings. But we are taught that there's nothing else intelligent other than us, and that's not true. Flowers actually do have their own system and they talk to one another. You know what I'm saying? Not in the language we can hear, but they can talk to one another. But the tree outside my house is literally going backwards with fall colors, and I've never seen that happen. They budded red and now they're this brown. And I'm like, is the tree finna die? I don't understand what's going on, and I've never seen that. And it's happening to quite a few other trees around too. So y'all be, like I said, start paying attention to the things around you as much as you can. You understand? Because they will tell you something's up, something's wrong. Okay? And I've seen new bugs I've never seen before. And you're talking to somebody who gardens. So I've seen all kind of bugs. I know what they do. You know what I'm saying? I know what they need and things like that. But this earth is changing all around us. And the water here in Chicago, honey, it's our lake is acting like a fucking ocean right now. Very temperamental. Very temperamental. And I mean, it moved a boulder onto the beach. That fucked me up. Okay? Last storm we had, a big ass boulder was sitting on the beach. And they had all these things around there like, how the fuck this get here? Baby, nature ain't playing no games. Mother is definitely getting ready to kick off because we've been tearing this earth up. We've been tearing it up. If you get a chance, you want to see a documentary that'll have you in tears, watch Seaspiracy on Netflix. You'll see just how bad this shit has gotten. It says, yeah, the bug thing happened. Yeah, but you don't know what kind of bugs, and if they bite you, what they're going to do to you, because motherfuckers ain't never seen these motherfuckers before. It says, right, you ain't never seen shit like this. You don't know what kind of new diseases are going to come up. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to get. Yes, they're spotting a lot of UFOs. We're getting a lot of our watchers are watching because this earth is getting ready to go through a transformation, darling, a big one. And we're on it for the ride. It says, because of COVID-19, the lockdowns of fewer people are on earth. It says it's trying to heal itself. Of course, wait a minute. This place has been destroyed and came back again, and destroyed and came back again. It don't give a fuck you on this motherfucker now. Because Pat Santa was here don't mean it's going to stop it shit. That shit stop it. If she wants to sit up here and tell it, if she wants to sit up here and let every volcano go off on this motherfucker simultaneously, ain't a damn thing we can do to stop it. Ain't a motherfucker with they goddamn $1 million is not gonna be able to do a damn thing. You can try to get up in a plane and fly, but how long you gonna be able to fly before you can't see because of the ash? Okay? Yes, Atlantis is in the ocean in there, and for what I understand, it's supposed to rise again. You are right. Miss Shirley on the same page. It says this is the 17th year of the cicada too. Yes, that's the other thing. Those motherfuckers are gonna come out the ground, and we don't know what they're going to do either. Now, normally they just come out the ground, make a whole bunch of motherfucking noise, and drive your ass crazy while you go to sleep. But this year, this is a different type of cicada that's coming up. Usually, the cicadas have red eyes and just buzz, buzz, buzz. These ones are coming up, have yellow eyes, and we don't know what they do. You understand? And they're going to be around in my neighborhood, all in the different states for quite some time. And we haven't had a lot of rain and things like that. You understand? So there's a lot of things that a lot of people, I do a lot of reading, y'all. And I understand things on another level that most people don't. And maybe it's not your time to understand them. Some people can eat meat, other people can only drink milk. Okay. I'm one of those people that I can eat meat. You understand? I can understand things from another point of view. And a lot of people can't do that. People can't understand there's more to this earth than just us. There's more in this universe than just us. If I told you that every star that you see was another planet, you'd be like, what? Yeah, we just a part of one planet. We just one little planet. But every star that you see is another planet with other situations going on. You ain't the only motherfucker here. You ain't the only motherfucker that share our sun. You understand what I'm saying? That would be something crazy. Yeah, the hornet, it said killer hornets last year. Yeah, I had to get rid of the hornets that's around. My hornets from last year were pretty respectable. I literally told them, look, you stay in y'all little area, I won't fuck with y'all. Just don't come down here bothering me. And they was cool. This year's hornets, disrespectful. Had to evict their asses. You know what I'm saying? So they gone. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This world is doing something different. It says once in a while, cicada wanders into my apartment during the day. It says I'll keep the place closed, but it gets inside, and it's a good thing that they are slow as molasses. It says the universe is a vast land, more complicated than we can comprehend. Exactly, more complicated, than most people are going to reject anything that's outside of what some other silly motherfucker who thinks we evolved from apes says. Okay. If it ain't in their gum ass books of their so-called scholars that says stupid shit about all the races, you understand what I'm saying? That they acclaim that honestly, some for me is a Taz. It is a fucking scammer who knew how to use big words that intrigued some motherfucking body, and then he got to be somebody for 5 fucking seconds, and they put it in a book and let it ride. It's just stupid. Some of the stuff that I've seen in some of our books that they call classics and things you need to read. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to cicadas. I remember the year, I think when they were here a few years ago, early, right around the mid 2000s. Uh, I didn't like them. They were very loud. It took a long time for them to go away, and they got on everything. They just laid up on your house. It says Hawks. The Hawkins is dead. He said he might have something to say about the phenomenon around the world. He probably would. And then another thing with these particular ones, I don't know if you all seen the bees and stuff. A lot of these animals, the birds and everything, have become more aggressive and stuff like that. And I think there's not enough food for them, because I've had hawks and we've got turkey vultures in Chicago. Them motherfuckers are big as hell, baby. I'm sitting outside, I'm like a big ass fucking bird. 2 of them just flying. Woof, woof. I'm like, in the city, them motherfuckers will pick up a small dog, and eat it. They will pick up a small child and run away with it. Them turkey vultures are in these cities now. So please keep your eye out, because they are coming out of their normal habitats into the cities now. I don't know why they're coming, but they are very mean. And they big as fuck, and they will claw your fucking eyes out. It says the crows are in the air a lot. Yes, they are a lot bigger. It says the cicadas used to, and they are very aggressive. I got robins that look at me like, bitch, what? Come walking. They not even flying no more. They just walking through the gate and shit. What's up? You know, I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? They're not even afraid. They looking at you like, what you gonna do? Seriously. Yeah, but you don't understand. The cicadas, they literally live for a certain time and then they die. But we're gonna have a problem with lots of bugs this year, because that means the hornets are gonna be out in force. Yeah, the squirrels around my house don't come around here no more because I got shit that kill everything. No motherfuckers stay away from. They only come down the block. That bitch got some crazy shit in her house. It's in saw vulture in DC for the first time in November. It said they are huge. I'm telling you, it's about 2 of them that hang around my house. I see them all the time, and you can see them from far distances. And when they're up close, them motherfuckers are about that big, like literally that big. They're called toad. The ones that I saw, because the white underneath the wings and stuff and the black, those are called turkey vultures. Yeah, but they've got the squirrels in the suburbs are more like the rats of the city. You know what I'm saying? It's just really weird. It says like to kill everything. It says I don't like to kill everything. I really don't. It wasn't meant for the squirrels. It was meant for the rats. In the city, and when you live in the city, you're gonna have rats. And I didn't want them motherfuckers nowhere in my house. Now I literally have seen the rats just don't even cross into my yard. They go out from where the abandoned house is, around, and then into my neighbor's yard. They don't even come through my yard at all. They're like, that bitch got some crazy shit down in her house. And I have these things in the ground that make a noise, a sonic noise that drives their ass crazy, so they stay away from my flowers and stuff. This is any ideas how to keep cats from using your garden as a cat box? They might have some of those sound things, but those sound things are usually good for animals where they don't want to touch the regular animals. But anything like moles and things and rats and rodents, those sound things are really good in the ground, so they don't come nowhere near my house. Plus, I literally make shit where you can't come in this motherfucker. You don't want to, and if you do and you eat something over this motherfucker, you might gonna die. You're gonna die. And I was old father. I'm like, I don't like killing your animals, but I can't fuck with no motherfucking mice. And me and mice, we don't go well. I'm moving rats, all that shit. I'm telling you, you want to see a woman get bitchy? A total is a total. Go from a tough bitch to a total just screaming out the ridiculously complete other bitch, honey. A rat will do it to me and a mouse in a hot New York minute. I will turn into a complete screaming, hilarious bitch. Just, I can't take it. So I try very hard to keep them away from me. But the squirrels don't even come down our block no more. They only stay down further. They don't come down the block no more because they know they was dying by the masses because the shit they was eating over here by my house. So they don't even come around here no more. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm so glad to be back. Remember to thumbs up this video. And next week, we'll be back for Mother's Day. I think, is it Mother's Day next weekend? I'm not sure. But one of these days is going to be the days for all of the empresses to hang out and everything. So I will see you guys next weekend. And I will see my other ladies on Wednesday of this week so we can hang out in the Empress Circle. Until then, see you later, baby. Bye.